Happening now, the school board in Bladen County is deciding a timeline to close East Arcadia School and send students to Clarkton School of Discovery, which is about 20 miles away. The board voted 5-4 last week to make the move. They cited the buildings on the East Arcadia campus being in poor condition and needing nearly $2 million worth of repairs. Many parents and community members opposed that decision. We will have an update on the board's decision tonight on the air and on our news app. A new report from the state shows more teachers are walking away from their jobs.
One school district in southeastern North Carolina has one of the highest attrition rates in the entire state. WECT's Ariana Bertolotti talked with the superintendent of Whiteville City Schools. So Ariana, he says, despite what the report says, he believes the district is on firm footing.
Yeah, that's right, John. Whiteville City Schools saw a large percentage of teachers leave last year, but I'm told their retention problems are shared by plenty of schools around North Carolina. At first glance, Whiteville City Schools in Columbus County appears like any other school district. Students fill the halls, school buses wait outside. But a new state report shows all is not as it seems. The State Department of Public Instruction shows more teachers are leaving North Carolina. And of 115 public school districts, Whiteville City Schools ranks as one of the worst for teacher attrition. The district lost 27 of its 145 teachers last year. But Superintendent Dr. Jonathan Williams says 10 of those retired.
And in a district that's small like Whiteville City, when you have that number of teachers retire, that really skews your attrition rate right there. It looks like we had a high number of our teachers leaving, but sometimes that number can be a little misleading, especially until you boil down the numbers and see it. Try to find out exactly why.
Dr. Williams says the same issues other rural school districts struggle with are no different for Whiteville City Schools.
And I may not like it, but I can't understand if I can understand if someone, may want to cut, 25, 30 miles out of their driving time.
He also believes lawmakers in Raleigh have a part to play as well.
We really, really need to strengthen the pay scale in North Carolina.
Despite the losses, the school district says it has already filled many of the spots.
We also have teachers who still drive long distances to our district because they enjoy it here. And I think a lot of it has to do with the small community atmosphere and the things that we're able to offer.
Because those who remain on staff love what they do. For comparison, I looked up the attrition rates for other public schools in our region. Now, according to the Department of Public Institutions, Bladen County Schools had 19 teachers leave of 246. Brunswick County Schools had 84 teachers leave of 783. Columbus County Schools had 19 teachers leave of 322. New Hanover County Schools had 165 teachers leave of 1,682. And lastly, Pender County had 67 teachers leave of 662. Williams says the retention of their teachers is at the forefront of what they do. That's why the district's latest survey on teacher working conditions is underway. He expects those results this summer. Ariana Bertolotti, WECT News.